This is quicker than any Prius I've ever driven. Welcome back, I'm Tedward. Welcome to Road America here in beautiful Wisconsin, and welcome to the 2023 Toyota Prius Prime. This is the new 220 horsepower plug-in electric hybrid from Toyota, but it is not the typical Prius because my goodness does this thing look incredible. The Prius is now a very different personality. No longer is it the crunchy granola that we like to make fun of. Man, oh man, this thing will no longer be hogging left lanes. It will be getting attention in the grocery store parking lot because it looks phenomenal. So it's front wheel drive. You've got a 2-liter internal combustion engine matched with 2 electric motors, one of them that drives the wheels, the other one kind of sorts things out from the engine to the wheels, and it should have a little bit of go. The front of the car looks like Ferrari designed it. This has 296 GTB written all over it, which is pretty darn cool. And the profile of the car is incredible. Now, the Prime is a front-wheel drive only thing that may change in the future, but for now, that's what we're left with. And of course, because it's a Prime, because it's, I guess it's not this side, I guess it's the other side, that's for gas. Because it's a Prime, we can plug into our homes and we can charge, so we get about 40 to 44 miles of electric range with no internal combustion engine needed. That's a big deal because I've got a RAV4 Prime and it's pretty great to almost never need to use gas. So let's take a look around. First, let's jump inside. To get in, we've got our little button here, and then we can jump into the rear seats. I'll move my helmet over here because we are at the racetrack and we will not be taking this one on the track, unfortunately, but pretty decent rear leg room in the back. I've got some cup holders, an armrest, good place to be. I'm digging that. I would like that to be a little further back, but that's okay. I'm not claustrophobic back here. A very tall person may have issues with headroom, but I am okay at about 5'9", 5'10". Not a problem for me. And gluing us to the road, front and rear, is a 195 section tire on a 19-inch wheel. So let's open this hatch up to reveal pretty decent space. Of course, this is a bit high, but I'd imagine there's some battery trickery happening to contribute to that. But the rear seats fold down. This is going to be incredibly economical in terms of moving things. Let's take a look under the hood. And there is this just floating right now on? This is a very light hood. It is literally just floating on the wind right now. That's pretty wild. Okay, we'll just hold that. We've got a hood prop there. There is our 2-liter 4-cylinder. Pretty standard stuff to look at in here, but yeah, I mean, enough room to work on it, and if you need to change, plugs and coils and things like that, looks accessible, so that's great. Engine oil, 0W16, that is water. All right, so let's get out there and take it for a ride because I'm just really curious how this thing operates. To start our Prius, we have our power button here. And this brings us to the first problem in the Prius is I can't see the dashboard when I have the steering wheel in the position that I want. So if the steering wheel's way, way down, kind of goofy for me, then I can see the dashboard. But I can't see the dashboard when I put the steering wheel in the position that I want it to be in. And in typical Prius fashion, over and down for drive. Kind of a funky little gear selector. I like that. The steering wheel is super small, super tight. This is actually like one of the sportiest steering wheels I've driven today, even including the new Alpha Tonale. I think this is my favorite steering wheel of the day right now. Who'da thunk it? I don't necessarily like the internal design, but I think where you have your hands and the actual size of it is just phenomenal. That little 4-cylinder has an unpleasant grunt to it. That is for certain, but that's okay because if we were all juiced up, we'd have EV silence. Let's put our Prius into sport mode and see what 220 horsepower of plug-in electric hybrid power does for us. Wow, this is quicker than any Prius I've ever driven. I'm impressed. This is great. See how these brakes feel? We don't want to hit this under full compression. There we go. Oh yeah. Very responsive powertrain. Okay. Okay, Prius. This is a different ball game. And then we're just back to our little EV noises. All right, let's get her off the line again. Chirps that inside tire just a little bit, but really puts it down. You can see the traction control light blinking on me. It's not halting me from accelerating though. It's really just parsing out as much power as you can possibly do without just smoking the tires. Loads of torque. I feel like if I just get into the throttle, we're off. I mean, this is like good. Like, this is responsive. Holy cow. If you put this next to like a GR Corolla and we're like, all right, hit it from like a slow speed, this would get off the line faster. I mean, obviously the GR would catch it up quick, but from the time that your foot hits that throttle to the time this thing actually starts accelerating, it's instant. And it's even faster than you hear the engine revving because the electric power is coming in before that happens. Yeah, this is beautifully quiet, nicely insulated. What a great place to be. And the visibility out of this is pretty outrageous. I mean, barring McLaren, you're not really getting this kind of visibility out of many cars. This is pretty outrageous. I mean, obviously a supercar has a little more leeway to do some crazier things for its customers and improve that type of thing, but this is just phenomenal. I do really wish they figured out how to make that dashboard visible. I mean, I feel like it's such a silly oversight from Toyota to have most of that blocked by the steering wheel. I think we should have had this on track. This would actually be quite entertaining at Road America. This is something else. All right, let's go back into, let's say, normal mode. All right, nice and cozy, comfortable. Yeah, other than the, like, you know, unbalanced 4-cylinder, you know, vibration sounds that you hear, it doesn't, you don't feel it through the cabin. I'm just saying it's got that like old school, like, yeah, it's just a little 4-banger kind of sound. It just feels so incredibly refined. The only thing that kind of gives it away as an econo car is that sound of that engine. This thing's like, what a thing. Wow. All right. Toyota, good job. You made a fun Prius. I'm like having a good time. Who knew? Who knew? What a cool thing. Yeah, I think it handles really well. This thing, it's got like the appropriate amount of body roll, so it feels like you can kind of tuck it into a corner and really settle in. I gotta spend some more time with this. I hope I get to spend like a good week or two with one of these, because I would love to do my normal commute in this and see how it is on the highway. It seems properly soft, even with these 19-inch wheels. You'd think this would be like kind of harsh, but no, this is damped really well. So what, you've got Artura, SF90, and now Prius Prime as the hottest plug-in hybrids on the block. This is cool. It looks great. It drives great. I would happily spend time in this thing. this little steering wheel is just the sportiest thing. Do they know that? Is this an accident? Or is just... this is like a little race car wheel. Visibility, fantastic. The brakes, obviously you're regenning under braking, under a certain amount of braking, and before the calipers start grabbing rotors, and it's seamless. It's seamless. It's fantastic. If there's anybody who knows how to integrate hybrid technology into cars, it's Toyota. I mean, this is it. This is what they're really, really good at. And they're starting to come out with some full EVs, but it's not their, like, thing, you know? Chirping the Prius. What a thing. What a thing. Well, here's the thing. Kind of had to go and get yourself... all Priuses should be primes. Honestly, all of the hybrids that Toyota makes, I wish were primes, meaning I wish they were plug-in hybrids instead of just like the ability to do like a normal hybrid or a plug-in hybrid. The plug-in hybrid is the way to go. If you can afford the plug-in hybrid, you get the plug-in hybrid, because then you can just drive it with no engine most of the time. Having a plug-in hybrid allows you to get that 40 or 50 miles of range, depending on the car you're driving, full electric, and that's most of what your daily commute would be. So, okay, upon first inspection, really digging the Prius Prime. Great job, fantastic looking car, fantastic driving car. I want to live with it and see what it's really like, but holy cow, this is great. Did these used to have like goofy windscreen wipers that did this? Well, now we know. It's got the like articulating cam thing there. Cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive, and definitely respect the Prius. This will not be hogging left lanes near you. You'll probably be trying to keep up with it on a back road. Oh, man. Now I want to put sticky rubber on it and go for it. Anyway, don't forget to respect the drive. I'll see you in the next one. God, I love this place.